Joe Pride, they say that taking Cole to Newcastle is supposed to be a pointless exercise. A different story with Cole Crusher, the best performed horse in Hunter history.
It's a bit like sand to the beach, isn't it? But no, it's what he does up there. He crushes the coal. So on the coal fields, very happy with him. He's having a good prep so far, and it all shapes well. That he's got, he's going to get this little drop in grade that's going to help him. And if he can get a nice run, he doesn't have to lead, but probably in front or just off it, he'll be very hard to beat.
Not your only chance in the race, obviously. Estadio Mestalla, Golden Mile and Accredited. Yep. Any of those you particularly like?
Look, Accredited is drawn to run a really big race. He's going to have that soft run behind the speed, and if there's something, he could be well challenging at the furlong. Estadio Mestalla is drawn quite awkwardly, probably ridden quiet, and his main assignment's the Gong the week after. And Golden Mile's disappointed me so far, but might be on the verge of something given he's had 2 runs back.
Peter Snowden in the Beaufort, Huetor. What do you rate the chances?
He's much better run last start. I certainly appreciated the soft track, blinkers on him, different horse. So hopefully it won't be as wet a track Saturday as what it was at his last start. But I still think there'll be a bit of juice to the ground, and I'm expecting rain on Friday, Saturday. And blinkers on him again. I think if he can reproduce what he did the other day, he's going to be with a great chance. Grand
Prairie in the Spring Stakes has been highly competitive in some good races this spring.
Absolutely, and the only blotch on his copybook was the one at Flemington the other day, and believe it or not, he didn't go a yard around Flemington. He wanted to lay out on every corner, and told me he said he didn't handle it at all. He only went around at half pace. He just wasn't focused at all on going in reverse way. So that's all it is. I brought him home, did some pace work yesterday, and Tommy said he's perfect. Nothing wrong with the horse at all. So he'll be going there with a bit of confidence. Mile first time, but he's such a relaxed horse. So I don't think that'll be a problem for him.
And what can you tell us about CIA and the Max Lees Classic? We know it's trialled well.
Yeah, he's trialled good, and he's always shown a bit at home. Well-bred horse. He's out of a pretty good mare that's by a fast stallion. He is fast, but he's just got a few tricks up his sleeve. He's just very colty, and hopefully he behaves himself. The better behaviour he's in the yard, the better he'll go. As simple as that. He's talented, but he can lose the plot at times. So hopefully he holds himself together, and if he does, his work on Tuesday was outstanding. So he's definitely got the talent, but he's got to keep his head on race day.
Zach Lloyd in the Hunter, Yorkshire for the O'Shea Charlton stable. They're looking towards the Ingham down the track, but they say this horse will be very competitive on Saturday.
Yeah, he's a very nice horse. He's built a good record. He's been trialled. Well, I said him once. He trialled really well. That's his target race, obviously. But when a horse doesn't really know how to lose like he does, no, he's definitely in with a good chance. And don't mind the barrier form. He's a big striding horse, so at least he gets his room from out where he is.
In the Beaufort at Scarlet Oak for the Waller stable, at least it's improved a bit with the increase in distance recently.
Yeah, increasing distance, blinkers addition. She got a soft track last start, which she really enjoyed. Whether she gets that this weekend, obviously we'll wait and see, but she definitely grows a leg on a wetter surface. 2300 is unknown, but Chris Waller trains her, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but she's got the ability, but she does need to probably lift. But in saying that's not a really strong race either.
An interesting one in the Spring Stakes, probability theory for Nason Dilmy. 3 starts, 2 wins, both at Hawkesbury, and you were on board for one of those.
Naseem, I'm excited to team up with him in a feature race. He's a good friend of mine, and he's improved this horse obviously quite quickly. Strung together 2 nice wins, obviously stepping up drastically in grade, but in saying that, majority of the field are, besides probably Grand Prairie and there's one more in there. But anyway, I think the horse will acquit himself well.
Dylan Gibbons in the Hunter, infancy for Chris Lees, 3rd run back from a spell, finished midfield at Group 2 and Group 3 levels recently.
Yeah, exactly. Frustratingly that she drew where she did. I've rode her a few times without winning on her, and she always seems to draw them sticky gates, so we'll have to overcome that, but look, she's a horse who's got a lethal turn of foot, so if she can posse up somewhere in striking range or the race is running to speed, it can set up for her. She's got the turn of foot in the sectionals to be running over top of them.
In the Beaufort, Mason Louis for O'Shea and Charlton, getting up towards his Queensland Derby distance that he's successful over in the winter.
Yeah, exactly. It was a little bit disappointing the other day, but put that down to just the rain on the day. It was a tricky conditions, the track, so he didn't seem to handle that. I galloped him during the week. His work suggests that he's gotten over that run, so I'm very pleased with where he's at. Gets to the 2300. Another one drawn a bit sticky, but look, he's got the quality on his side, and I do think he's probably one of the better horses in the race, so if he can just get a bit of luck early, he should be right there when we need him.
In the Spring Stakes, one you probably got to get used to between now and the race, Pinot Nero, coming out of the country for this one.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's probably not the strongest group race you'll ever see, so they're obviously having to throw at the stumps, and they wouldn't be here for no reason.
Tom Charlton in the Hunter, Yorkshire first up, a very interesting runner. You've got bigger plans down the track in this campaign, but you're saying he's still going to be competitive on Saturday?
I think so. I think he's probably lightly raced, unexposed, and therefore probably on a workable rating, which will hopefully see him well placed through the campaign. 1300 is probably the lowest of his trips he'll appreciate, but he can hopefully run well this weekend. Yeah, he's a chance, but with improvement to come, and main aim will be the Ingham in December. Will the aim be to let him go back from 13? Haven't given any thought yet. Too early, haven't even spoke to anyone.
In the Beaufort, Mason Louis from barrier 11 for Dylan Gibbons, well back last start, but getting up towards that successful Queensland Derby distance.
He's had a really good campaign bar his last run, where he was disappointing. Quite sticky testing ground at Randwick on Eagle Day, and as soon as he came off the bridle, he didn't appreciate that. Probably didn't handle his prelims as well the other day, which was a bit out of character. First time he was raced at Randwick, perhaps just had a bit of an off day, but he's a pretty reliable conveyance normally, and his run before was excellent, and he showed no ill effects since, so he can bounce back.